emotions, that highly crucial biochemical phenomena that helps us with cognitions, navigating relationships, interpreting the world. Although emotions as such as biochemical triggers are only linked to more metaphysical things like feelings, love, true love, metaphysical feeling, notion, hate, metaphysical feeling, notion, reduced to the biochemical interpretation, emotion. So we have emotions giving access to feelings, the notions, and the Anima Mundi, the Swedenborgian feeling universe. Feeling meaning non-emotional. Now, such pure powers are objective, passionless, emotionless, and they act heroically, becoming the arena of their work. The idea, the force, the heroic activity subjectifies in the subject of its action, the idea that is generated in the world. In the Plotinian sense, Plotinus, mid Neoplatonism. So, what happens to emotions that gives us access to feelings, to notions, and to grander ideas? Well, they are harvested. They are both capitalistically ruined and harvested for attention, for capital, for money, for whatsoever, for profit. So, emotions in relationships, emotions in advertisements, weapons of mass destruction, and all that, all that. Now, this is not the only vantage point. The other one is allure, succubic harvesting points. Emotions like fear, love, hate can be harvested, in which a human being becomes an animal. So emotions as such aren't bad, but they're maybe utilized as a resource, and then it gets tricky because people are bound in this pleasure-suffering axis, good and bad, love and hate, and all that bullshit. And in order to subvert this, you are forced to elevate yourself in some kind of a, let's say, psychopathic condition, even governed by ethos, reason, and pure intellect. Otherwise, you are eternally on the strings of those emotional cues and go there, go here. We'll show you a new vision or a dream to follow, and you will invest your emotions into it while we harvest the profits for ourselves, right? So, this is an approach of an, let's say, Advaita non-dualist going beyond that, going beyond emotions and feelings. Now, don't find me emotionless, although sometimes I am. I lived through great loves, great hates, great uproars, great pleasure, great suffering, great torment, great agony, great awe and liberation. And what of that? Now, that was necessary in order to burn yourself away, in order to burn these things away from myself. Now, I still suffer from some random PTSD, empty anger, empty wrath. I need to talk some bullshit out. But it's empty. It is dead within. Now, the true essence of life is elsewhere. It fills you with heroic action, with this vital impulse from the gods, from the nature, from health, from whomsoever. Anyway, this is appeal to moderation and balance. That if you go beyond the emotional levels into passions that destroy you, you may be turned into a puppet that is governed as if on strings of the beholder or the manipulator or the succubus that manages to eat it. Succubus not as an entity, but succubus as a general metaphysical phenomena that harvests resources in order to eat it and empower itself. So, I hope it is an interesting notion, so to say. And as for entities like pseudo angels bound by pleasure and their sacrosanct belief systems, they are slaves. There was once an anecdote that Vajrayogin ascends to Hindi heavens, and the prince of those heavens are saying, "Look, you've got all the women in the world, all the pleasures. This heaven is for you, boy. And the yogin says, but it's an illusion. You try to trap me in a lie, in the deception. And then the prince of heavens turned into a demon saying, yes, then you won't have any of that. And the Vajrayana says, very well, I'm objective, passionless, and I travel wherever I please through those illusions of universal magnitude. I don't care. So, my aim is that the metaphysical output that is objective, passionless, emotionless, heroic, active, and travels wheresoever it pleases through the deepest cosmic hells, through the highest heavens, in a detached manner. You are a detached traveler. That's the point. And none of those realities will capture you saying, that's true, that's real. No, you say, no, no. I travel through the illusions as I please. I weave the illusions and create illusions as I want, but never to be captured by any of them. And then you join the liberated gods, perhaps, in this curse of development. Otherwise, be chained. Fall for whatever you like. The best slaves are those who live in comfort, pleasure, are blindly believing, and they're programmed to be prison wardens of the rest because they think that it's good, it's pleasant. They're not suffering, they're not in pain, so it must be so. But both pleasure and suffering are a trap. Like vices and virtues. Virtue is a golden chain of virtue. Vice is an iron chain of pleasures. Simple. Thank you.